Thank you for joining me.
It
Thank
is
you
so
for
my pleasure.
coming. You have come off a whirlwind past couple weeks, and I'm so grateful for you, Yvette. I'm so grateful for you. One, I'm here because of you. We'll get to that. And to be able to announce my campaign for Cincinnati City Council, to be able to have this conversation with you means the world to me.
Aww.
So thank you personally. And I just think in a larger context, you are amongst a list of Black women that I personally want to thank. Black women have shown up for me. As my grandmother would say, they've shown up and shown out for me in this way, and you continue to show up for me. So I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So yes, how are you feeling?
You're gonna make me cry. See, we just getting started. We're gonna need some tissue. I'm pretty sure that I've accomplished my mission that I set out 2 years ago to restore democracy and release us from a horrible tyrant.
Yeah.
And so that makes me feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we're going to install the first woman of color, Black woman, Asian woman into the White House. I'm having a pretty good day.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
And today I get to help support one of my favorite people on the planet to help change my beloved city. So yeah, I'm having a pretty good day. I can't complain. It's all good stuff.
That energizes me. We've had this conversation about, it's my fundamental belief that people who are closest to issues have the solutions.
They do.
And there's so many unsung heroes in this city. Yeah. And so if we're talking about affordable housing, wage inequality, jobs, there are folks in this city that are not only professional experts, but lived experts.
Yeah.
That have the answers.
They do.
And I think it's important for public officials, servant leaders to go amplify those voices and create a framework for doing that as a matter of process. Right. One of the things I want to do on city council is not just be a person or be a leader that says I'm going to listen to the people, absolutely, but enshrine listening to the people as a part of the process, a framework of equity, right? So that it is written as a playbook. And so maybe you might be working with an administration that doesn't have that people-centered approach, but we've enshrined it in a framework.
Yeah.
We've enshrined it in a framework. And to that, I have to say, I learned that from you. I learned that from watching you do those things. And so I just feel like I get the opportunity in this moment to just take all of these lessons I've had from all of these dynamic people throughout my life, put them together and apply them with that in the city that I chose.
Bring your own.
Yes.
You come with your own experience as someone who's working in community now, as someone who's a social worker, as someone who understands and gets that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're adding yours to it, which I think is going to make it even better. And I think whenever you come in with a posture of listening and inclusiveness, including people in the process, you're going to be better. Yeah. And honestly, it's surprising, but in this representative government that we have, not that many leaders actually believe in that. Yeah. They actually come with kind of a privileged mindset that I know better. Yeah. I know what's best for you. I can bring these things to you. And that folks are like, thanks, but really what I need is this.
Right.
Thank you for that. That's great.
Right.
But what we need over here is some clean water.
Exactly.
That's great. All that, stop signs, potholes. What we need is clean water and food over here.
And we just have to say, because Flint still doesn't have clean water.
And that's a big thing in my heart right now, particularly with all the work that I'm doing for next cycle. But, which, it just keeps going, right?
Yeah.
Time keeps on slipping into the future. And so, I think that's the thing. And what you said, my sister Ayana said it this way: the people closest to the pain should be closest to the power.
Yes.
And I think that's very, very true. She is very prolific.
Yeah.
And I literally want everything she says on a t-shirt. But it's so true.
Yeah.
And I know you believe that.
I believe that deeply.
And I know that as much as you come in with this understanding and this bringing of all ideas, I know that you're going to be nimble as you hear things. You've been here for a while and you know our city and you have a knowledge and a heart for some of the things that you've already seen.
Yeah.
But be ready to be flexible, because you could end up becoming like that. That's now a part of my
what you do.
Yeah.
But what I love about that is that there's this piece about responding to people and responding to the needs of people and being people-centered and heart-centered. And I feel, and I say this with conviction, I say this with confidence about being a candidate that is very interested in the how we are with people, right? You can put process in place, you can talk about legislation, but how we communicate it, how we speak about ourselves is so fundamentally important, because in the process of governing, it is really easy to dehumanize people, to make whole neighborhoods a line item in the budget. And yes, in the practicality of legislating, yes, a neighborhood can be a line item in the budget, but that line item is made up of hundreds of thousands of people, of stories, of generations of stories, and those people exist in line items because of both successes and failures of local policy. So that human-centered approach is something that's important to me, and I thought a lot about why running, and in our conversation with you, and this idea of choosing Cincinnati. One of the things I'm gonna say is very intimidated about Cincinnati. It's like, I didn't go to high school here, right?
Might not be a bad thing.
I didn't go to high school here. Like, there are these ways in this region that people are from here locate you to say, like, who are you? Who are your people? Right? And I don't have that answer that is, specific to this region. But what I will say is so incredible to me about this city is that there's a way in which this city can be incredibly welcoming when you come in and you say, I want to do the work. And so I came in, I had the opportunity to, volunteer with Caracol, with Equality Ohio, right? The Human Services Chamber, and people really allow me in. And I stayed because this city is beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful cities in the Midwest.
It is.
We have views in this city that are absolutely stunning. We have deep cultural arts institutions, the symphony, the museum, the ballet. We have a deep, rich Black history, having one of the first Black school boards in the country, the Cincinnati School Board, the Black Cincinnati School Board, being a stop on the Underground Railroad, right? Local Black folks fighting the Black laws and the Black codes that were governing our existence. Thinking about Toni Morrison and thinking about Beloved and reading about this. And so this is a city whose history is undeniable in the shaping of America's history. And to think that I might have the opportunity to be a leader, to be able to usher in the future of what that looks like, right? In this moment where we voted out one of the worst presidents ever in the history of this country, and to think that we are at a moment where we can rebuild things equitably, right? Where we are recognizing, right? Folks who never use the word equity are like, oh, wait, this is something we might have to do.
In response to probably one of the largest global racial justice movements in the history of our country.
Absolutely. And I get to do
All
it.
that happened this year.
Alongside you.
Like you speak about this city with a passion, you would swear you were born in Cincinnati. And that's what I love too, because I don't know that you have to, I'm sure that you don't have to be born in Cincinnati to love this city and to care about it. And I do think we gain a lot by bringing folks who are bringing their experiences from other places and aren't keeping Cincinnati, I think, in a frame or a box that limits us. I think one of the hardest parts about leadership that has grown up here and has only been here is that it sees us in a way. And Cincinnati used to have a bit of a confidence issue. We didn't love ourselves the way that you just expressed. We were just the okay city. We were not Chicago. We could have been Chicago if the subway had been built. We're not quite this city. And I think what's happened in the last, I would say 10, 15 years, we got our swag back. And now people are more and more proud to be a part of this city. Of course, that's notwithstanding all the issues that we still need to deal with around racial inequality, income inequality, helping deal with this poverty issue, which is generational and deep. But we do have a great city with amazing assets. We have a great history, as you said. We have a can-do attitude. We keep coming back, even when it feels like we're down. And we have the potential, with the right leadership, to really, really be even greater. I've always said that this city could be the #1 city in the nation. That was one of the things that I talked about on the campaign trail a lot.
Yeah.
I still believe that. And I believe it takes leaders who see us the way you see us, right? You see our problems as opportunities, and you see all of our assets
Absolutely.
as a part of the solution. And I think that's the way we need to be thinking about it.